Alright, fine, I'll do it. I'll make a video about staying healthy and fit during lockdown. So the gyms are closed once again. I know a lot of people are upset about this. I've had a lot of people come to me freaking out. They say,
Christina, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna lose all my muscle. I'm gonna gain so much weight. I'm gonna do without the gym.
but the good news is you can still stay fit and healthy from home. Take it from yours truly, an exercise physiologist slash personal trainer slash I have a bachelor's in exercise science. I hate flexing like that, but I'm just trying to throw my credentials at y'all. Take it from me, because I would like to think I've maintained a pretty good shape during this quarantine since it began in, what was it, like March? What is time anymore? I would like to think that I've maintained and stayed very healthy and fit during this. And if I can do it, then you can do it, baby. So let me tell you how I did it and how you can too. I sound like a fucking infomercial. I just want to start this video off by saying what we're going through right now with this pandemic and everything is a form of trauma. It's perfectly normal during traumatic times to gain weight and feel depressed, you know, have symptoms of depression, symptoms of anxiety and everything. Basically, it's gonna take a toll on your mental health when you go through something traumatic. You have to do whatever you know is best for your mental health personally. I mean, everybody's different. Maybe for some people, working out helps them, but maybe for other people, they just don't feel like working out and, you know, they just need to take a day to rest and lay in bed. Basically, what I'm trying to say is don't be so hard on yourself and don't stress too much about gaining or losing weight or your physique, because I know some people aren't gonna like me saying this, but there are more important things in life than how you look. For instance, how you feel. Now I'll get into my tips and say hello to Suki. Alright, let's get into the tips, shall we? Okay, so first tip I'm gonna give you is to get some sort of equipment. I personally have this cute little pink weight set. It was from a website called xtrainingequipment.com. Don't mind Suki's dog toy. So this weight set that I have was, I think it was a little bit over $200. So I completely understand if that's not within your budget. Weights can be kind of pricey. If you don't want to drop that much moolah on some weights, that's perfectly fine. You could get some resistance bands. You could get a yoga mat. You could get some ankle weights. Go back to the 80s. Was that an 80s thing? I don't even know. But honestly though, you could still just use your body weight and be fine. You could do a lot with just your body weight. So don't stress about equipment too much, but it will help you if you want to build some muscle. That way you can get some progressive overload, which I will be talking about later in the video. But the link is in the description for the weight set that I have if you're interested in checking it out. Okay, so for my next tip, I would recommend writing out a schedule. Get a calendar, get a notebook, any piece of paper, and a little pencil. Just write out what you're gonna do for each day of the week. So let's say Monday you lift, and then Tuesday you do cardio, and then Wednesday you do yoga. You get what I'm saying? You just need to have something that's gonna keep you accountable. That way you know what you're doing every single day. Because if you don't have a plan, there's a saying actually, those who aren't wait, hold on, let me get this right. Those who fail to prepare to fail. As long as you're prepared, you know exactly what you're gonna do every day. That'll make your life so much easier, I promise. Sometimes half of the battle is just figuring out what you're gonna do. I mean, you obviously don't have to stress it too much. I always recommend just listening to what your body tells you. Let's say if on Thursday you have written down that you're gonna do lower body, but then you wake up Thursday and you just know you need a rest day. Once again, like I was saying, your mental health, your mental's telling you need to rest, then that's fine. You just need something that's gonna give you a general idea of what you're gonna do every week. My next tip is to get at least 150 minutes of cardio in every week. This kind of goes back to the schedule thing. If you write down that you're gonna do 30 minutes, 5 days, you pick which days you're gonna do 30 minutes, bada bing, bada boom, you have it. It's all scheduled for your week. I'm a certified exercise physiologist through the American College of Sports Medicine, and this is what they recommend. They recommend at least 150 minutes cardio a week just for general health. Not even for weight loss or anything, but just for your heart. You know, you want to take care of your heart, you only get one of them. So this is very important. And it doesn't have to be anything specific, just whatever form of cardio you enjoy. My clients ask me that a lot, which is the best form of cardio, but I always say whatever you like, you'll stick to. So if you hate running, don't try to plan to run 30 minutes 5 times a week, because you're just gonna be miserable, darling. You don't need that. Pick something that you actually think is kind of fun. There's so many forms: boxing, swimming, I just said there's so many forms that I can only think of two. But you know what you like. And if you don't know, then try out some new things. There's so much out there, so much in the world, such a big world. Okay, so now we gotta talk about nutrition. This is always a tricky one for people, especially for Americans. So to sum it up, really all you need to focus on is nutrient-dense foods. Anything that comes from the outside aisles at the stores is probably good for you. If it comes from the earth, is a good choice. I don't really like to label food as good and bad. I know a lot of people do that, or as healthy and unhealthy. Really, when it comes down to it, it's like I said, it's either nutrient dense or it's not. It's either gonna be a really good source of fuel for your body, because that's what food is. It's fuel for your body. For example, I'm just gonna show you what I eat practically every day. I'm not kidding you. Every morning, I have a cup of coffee. Oh no, there's still coffee in there. I'm gonna spill that everywhere. And then I have eggs. Wow, that has been in there for a long time. I should probably get rid of that. And then I have some whole wheat, whole grain toast. This is like the best bread for you. Any brand is fine as long, what the fuck, what am I doing? Any brand is really fine as long as it's whole wheat or whole grain. That's the best kind for you, the most nutrient dense. This part isn't healthy, isn't as healthy, but when I make my toast, I have half of it with peanut butter and half of it with chocolate peanut butter, regular and chocolate, and it literally tastes like a Reese cup. It's so damn good. It's definitely not the best for you, but it's good, so I eat it anyways. Moving on to lunch. Oh, and I drink a lot of water in the morning. That's also very important. I'm getting to that later. But then for lunch, I'm not vegan, but I like to eat more plant-based, so I'll either have like a salad with this stuff or I'll have salmon. Like I said, I'm not vegan, but salmon's pretty good for you. And sometimes I'll eat this shit. A lot of vegetables, people. Lots of vegetables. I pretty much do the same thing for dinner, you know? My general rule for my meals is I'll have one source of protein, one source of carbs, and one source of fats. And I try to make the protein source at least about 25 grams protein. I could get really deep into this, but I'm just trying to give you guys the basics for right now. Is there anything else I eat? Oh yeah, sometimes I'll have some protein bars too to get some protein in for the day. Oh, I mean, once again, I know this is probably not the best for you, but I eat this rice a lot. That's like really all I eat, I think. But you don't have to eat like me. That's the other thing, is everybody's different. So what works for somebody else might not work for you. What somebody else likes to eat, you might not like to eat. Of course, everybody has different tastes. So whatever you find works best for you and you enjoy eating, stick with that. I did want to say with the nutrition thing too, is that I think a lot of people really overthink this. You don't have to only eat salads for every single meal. You don't have to cut out any certain food groups unless you're diabetic or something like that. Generally, it's okay to have a cookie every once in a while. It's okay to treat yourself every once in a while. It's very unhealthy to restrict yourself from things that you want. Just be aware of that. Everything in moderation. Balance is key. Typical shit you probably hear, but it's true. You know, it took me years to figure that out. So I want you to figure it out right now, that when it comes to your diet, the key is eat nutritious foods that are also delicious foods and treat yourself every once in a while. You'll be good to go. Portion control too. Portions are a big thing. You really don't need to have a fucking extra large soda from McDonald's. Eat to the point of where you're satisfied and not to the point of where you're sick. I guess I could say a lot more, but I think that's good. So like I was saying earlier, drink enough water. I read this fact that I forget how many percent, I'll just like put it on the screen, but like a crazy percentage of people are dehydrated throughout the day. I don't think most people understand how many problems can come with dehydration. A lot of symptoms of depression are actually the same symptoms of dehydration. So it's definitely super important. I feel like I've said that a lot in this video, that all these things are important, of course, but this one especially. Get a water bottle, first of all, if you don't have one, and keep it with you. Keep it by your side throughout the entire day. Keep refilling it. You should be good to go. All right, be real with me. Don't you lie to me. How many hours a day do you spend on the couch watching Netflix, scrolling on Instagram? It's probably a lot, right? For most of us. I know it's super easy during lockdown to sit on your couch and veg out, right? And watch YouTube all day, scroll on your phone all day. But another thing that will really help you stay fit and healthy during this lockdown is moving throughout the day. So going outside, taking your dog for a walk, going on a little jog, do some yoga. Even if you just get up from the couch every 30 minutes or so, do a couple squats, that's better than sitting on the couch for hours and hours straight. Just getting your heart working is really good for you. Even standing, actually. There's actually been studies done that have shown there's two groups. That's four. There's two groups. One group of people that worked out just for an hour a day and then sat on the couch the rest of the day, and the other group of people that they didn't necessarily get like a specific hour-long workout, but they did move around their entire day. This group was a lot healthier than the first group. So that just goes to show that it really pays off to just move around throughout your whole day. Fuck. I'm running out of places to film. I'm sorry. We're just gonna come right back to here. Alright, so have you ever heard of progressive overload? If not, have no fear. I will explain it to you right now. Progressive overload is basically principle of weight training that states your body will adjust to certain weights and certain loads of resistance. So you have to keep upping the resistance if you want your body to change. Pretty simple, right? So basically if you've been doing squats for 10 pounds for a year and you haven't seen progress, then it's time to up it a little bit, maybe like 15 pounds, maybe 20. They say to up it about 5 to 10 pounds every so often, pretty much when you feel like you're stalling in progress. It's more specific than just that, but I'm just gonna leave it at that for this video. Whenever you feel like you're not seeing progress, try to increase either the reps, the weight, the sets, or you could decrease the rest time in between your sets. There's plenty of different ways to use progressive overload. With everybody working out at home, I think that's why everybody's so stressed, because they feel like they have no way to build, they have no way to utilize progressive overload, which I understand, but it really doesn't have to be just an increase of weights. And like I said, increase sets or reps or decrease the rest time. That's my advice to you. Try it out, see how it goes. There's other things you could do too, but that's just the general. My next tip is to do Mama's Full workouts. Links will be up here and down there. I gotta do some self-promo. And for my last tip, we're gonna kind of go full circle here. So stress will make you retain water and therefore could make you gain weight. So make sure you are managing it. Of course, we're all feeling it a little bit right now, or maybe a lot. What matters the most is what you do with it. Whatever helps you really stress the most. Meditate, call your friends, call your family, pet your dog. Do something that just makes you happy and brings you a little bit of joy, a little bit of sunshine. Just take care of yourself. We're all in this together right now. I know it's cheesy. I know, bear with me. We're all in this together. It's normal to feel down right now, feel blue. And I just don't think that people should really be stressing that bad about, oh, I gained 5 pounds. You know what I mean? This will be over. I know this feels like it's been forever, right? But it will end one day. Let's just take a deep breath. Ready? Take a deep breath with me. There's a saying that without rain, we can't have a rainbow. So we're going through the rain right now. We'll make it out, you guys. I promise you, we just gotta stay strong. Stay strong here and stay strong here, and we'll be okay. I really hope this video helped you, and if it did, make sure you give it a like. If you have any questions, comment below. If you need a workout plan, hit me up, DM me, Instagram me. Follow me on Instagram, actually. My Instagram and Twitter is @MamaSwole. Make sure you subscribe to see more from yours truly, Mama Swole. I think that's all of my commands. Oh, post notifications. Turn that bell on so that you never miss one of my videos. Alright, I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.